Hey everybody, welcome back. Listen, I'm thankful today that we was able to feed over 100. I think we had a number ended at 112 people today. The rain shut us down a little bit, but that's all right. How many of you know when the sun ain't shining on the outside, you got to make sure the sun is shining on the inside. So I'm excited because we had some special volunteers today. We had somebody that came through and stopped by and actually, I'm telling you right now, I witnessed her cooking onions. I think it was onions. I don't know what she was doing, but I saw her with a hairnet on and gloves, and she was in the midst of the Master's Meal Feeding Ministry program with the other volunteers helping out. And so today, I just wanted to just give a special shout out and just have a conversation with none other than Mayor Candidate number 49. Miss LaFonda Stelly.
Thank you. Thank you so
Welcome.
much. Oh, you're very welcome. I mean, I was so happy to be here. When I walked in, I was greeted with faces that I already knew. And as others joined, I mean, I knew them. It was like, oh, girl, your daddy already told me. Oh,
Look,
So it's amazing how small this community is, and
right.
everyone knows everyone.
Exactly. And one of the things, that we try to do is we try to make sure that we reach the community. And, some folks be thinking, well, you're just trying to reach a certain neighborhood or a certain ethnicity. I just want to tell you that we try to reach the whole community, young,
Yes.
old, mothers, people with disabilities,
Mhm.
because my goal and my champion of what I try to soapbox on is I want to touch everybody and just make sure everybody has a meal or something. Who did you see in there? Did you what? I mean, because I say it, but people don't actually experience. But you got a chance to experience who all came through. Just what did you see?
Right. I mean, really your workers. I mean, Miss Carmen, I mean, I've been knowing her forever, my family, Miss Barbara. I mean, we just, it's just a small community, whether it's you're living in Leesville, you're living in New Lano, you're living in DeRidder. I mean, everybody knows everybody.
Yeah. And look, we had people, and first let me give a special shout out because we have sponsors that come and support us. And one of the sponsors that supported us this year was, I believe, I was told Sonic supported us this month. Also, we had Dollar General supported us this month. So I want to thank the sponsors that came out and supported us this month. Miss Stelly, when we talk about community and different things of that nature, like I said, I wish you the best with the campaign that you're on.
Thank you, sir.
But when you think about community, what's your vision of community and how we can make Leesville better? Because that's my hope.
Right. So I see us all working together, whether it's, the city, organizations, the community themselves wanting to participate in organizations and nonprofits, whatever it takes in order to get this city, in a healthy state.
Right.
To where, you meet someone and they love this city, and they can be their own cheerleader for this city so we can get more population in here in order to, make this place a fabulous place to live.
Well, awesome. Look, y'all, we just went through the Freedom and Legacy Juneteenth Day. And let me tell you, I think the head count total or meal count was around 267 people came out. And you was part of it.
I was there. I was part of it. I mean, the place was packed. The presentations were wonderful. The awards that you all had given out, I mean, everyone loved their award. They were holding on to that thing like, and just the friendly faces in there and just listening to the conversations that were going on and how excited they were and they're looking forward to next year. The food was fabulous. Dessert table was fabulous. The music was, wonderful. So you all did a wonderful job putting it together.
Thank you. Look, my feet are hurting. My body has been hurting. It took me 2 days to recover. But listen, who were some of the people that you was able to just, meet, fellowship with during that event?
So during that event, I mean, come on, it was 200 and something people.
But anyone stood out anyway? You had a good
So I
conversation
got a
with.
chance to talk to Mayor Harris,
Wow.
so super supportive, Mayor Todd. I mean, just they were all in there. You packed them in. So it was
Well,
It was good to just work the room and everybody being extremely, supportive of me and wishing me good luck on it and looking forward to, working with me in the future. So the guests that you had there,
all
I
right.
mean, and it was from all generations, right? So that is what was fabulous as well.
Yes, yes. I had a 87-year-old young one. I'm gonna call her young, but she still gets around.
Mhm.
She told me on last night. She said I've been in Leesville my whole life. She said, but I have never ever
Mhm.
experienced something like that
It was
before.
wonderful.
And she said the beauty of it was I was able to experience it not just for myself, but with my daughter
Hmm.
and with both my daughters. She said, and that just made her night. I
Yes.
mean, we getting so many reports and different things, so we're gonna try to do something real soon again.
Hmm.
And we also put out that we're starting a youth academy. We're trying to
Yes.
put that together. What you think about the youth, and because I know you're a big driver of the youth.
I
I hear
am.
you talk about it all the time. What's your outlook on the youth, and trying to bring initiatives to focus on the youth?
So, I mean, the youth is my passion because both of my kids live away. So if there's any way we can provide, education programs, start them young, loving Leesville, so then that way, even if they do go off, to
Hmm.
school,
Right.
because they're rooted in Leesville and they love Leesville, they know their parents love Leesville, there would just be a way to kind of like, reel them back in, whether it's them go off to college and then work at Bird Hospital if they
Hmm.
want to be, a nurse, a doctor, or whatever. Whatever industry that we have here, we want them to go and prepare themselves and be able to come back because we want to sustain the population.
Wow. I think that's great. Like I said, I'm a big proponent of change, and even when I got here, even at this church, I pushed a lot about change,
Hmm.
and because we got some mindsets and different things in the area, but the people have been embracing, on from the religious aspect, the changes that we've been doing here at the church,
Hmm.
and even for the community,
Yes, yes, it's
and I
important.
was just talking with somebody today. They said, you know what? It's just time for a change.
It is.
It's time for a change. So Miss Ellie, look, I'm gonna give her a moment just to talk to somebody out there. Maybe thinking, Leesville's never gonna change. It's always gonna be the same thing. What would you tell that person to just give them some type of hope?
Okay. So Leesville has plenty of potential. This is a wonderful town. I mean, I moved here from New Orleans. So the potential is there. The community needs to come together, organizations need to come together. Everyone just needs to be transparent in what it is that they need for themselves for Leesville in order to make it, for us to start working towards it. It's important to get everyone out to vote so they can first decide who it is that they want, in these positions. And once they do, it's good to communicate to make sure that what it is that they need is pushed out there. Because we can bring a restaurant, and if no one in the city wants that restaurant, it's as if we're doing nothing. So you have to be transparent in letting all of these departments know what it is that your needs are.
Wow. But I can tell you right now, myself, the CCC, our goal is going to be to partner with organizations, partner with
Good. I
businesses,
appreciate that.
and help push, the city forward, because
Hmm.
I'm a big fan of the fact we need to make Leesville better. Some folks
Yes.
say, well, you're not from Leesville. See, because I came down here by way of Hurricane Ida, and I tell folks all the time, I've retired here.
Hmm.
I'm living here. I'm probably gonna die here.
Right.
And so I have to make it comfortable for me. And
Correct.
I love what you just said. Everybody has to figure out what's gonna make Leesville better for
Correct.
themselves, and let's all
Yes.
collaborate and bring it together and make it happen. I'm
Exactly.
so excited to have you
Oh, thank you
today.
so very much for
Y'all,
having
she was
me.
cooking. I didn't know she could cook. Oh man. Look, you want to tell anybody about your store as well? Just shout out your store.
Oh, yes. So, one thing that I'm doing now, it's called Vintage Mall, And I have 40 vendors in this space. It's a 3-story building. And what I do is I use it as an incubator for future businesses. I've had one success story where someone moved out and moved into their own space. So it just gives a person in the community the opportunity to sell their goods or their crafts or whatever it is that they do. And if they feel that they're at a state where it could be profitable for them to move into a brick and mortar, now I'll help them move out of the building into a business that we can have in Leesville.
Wow, that's awesome. I did not,
Yeah.
when I thought about the mall, I've been there a few times, and I was like, okay, she got a nice,
Yeah, but it's 40 vendors in there. It's like little tiny businesses within the business. So it's just kind of growing business in Leesville.
40 businesses.
40. I have 40 vendors. Well, actually 41. One moved in on Friday.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so they rent their own space.
Right.
They go in every Wednesday and they add to, take away from, try to make it look the best that they can.
Right.
And they rent the space from me and they sell. Well, I help them sell their items.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I did not understand. I was just sitting there saying, I said, man, she must be really busy because all the stuff in here. I said, I thought it was all.
No, it's not all my stuff. It's everybody's stuff. And, just me as being a business owner in the past, for like the past 20 years or so, it's just important for me to try to figure out how to help others, fulfill their dreams.
Wow.
I mean, I've done it in the past, right? Like a friend wanted to have a dance studio. So I bought a building so she can put a dance studio in, and then I've opened up businesses for my daughter, a pet shop and cupcake shop. And, so I think I'm here to live my life to help others have, businesses. And I'll do whatever I can in order to make that happen. And same with houses, like if someone, isn't sure on how to, buy, renovate, flip, whatever it is that they want to do to properties, it's important for me to help make that happen for them.
I'm excited. I'm excited just to have you today.
Thank you.
The Master's Meal Program, we're going to be back every third Monday of the month from 12 noon till the food is gone. Okay? So we want y'all to be encouraged. We want y'all to just enjoy your day. And Miss Stelly, I hope this ain't the last time.
It will not be the last time, because if I get to eat at the end after I take my hairnet off, it will not be the last time.
Well, look, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
We're getting ready to wrap up, y'all. We're getting ready to go home because it's the food.